All right. Hey, everybody. Welcome back to Misfit Corner Comics Presents. This is the artist Andrew speaking, and we are live streaming. And once again, you're joining me for the Hero Hour. Now, I'm just going to hold on just for a quick second. Yep, just make sure the audio is coming through, and it is, so we're good to go. All right, excellent. And as usual, I sent out some invites to a couple of people. We'll see who's able to join, if at all. It's the Monday night show. Monday night shows usually a little bit more laid back and so forth. But still going to do some drawing and talk about the weekend, and hopefully everybody out there is staying safe and staying well. We had actually last night, the city had a curfew that started at 8 o'clock. And the notification that went out to everybody went out around 7 o'clock. That was the exact time that we were all meeting at my parents' house for my dad's birthday. So everybody was like, "Oh crap, we got to get out of here soon." It was sad and funny all at the same time, you know. Let's see if I can get the camera set up correctly. Sorry, old man sound effects. Okay, there we go. All right. Get out my pencil, and we will start drawing. I don't know if I have anything specific I'm drawing this evening. But I am working on a new illustration, a new full-size illustration, one with Hero. It's the samurai, and I probably want something to go in the background. Actually, I was thinking about using one of the character designs from my sketchbook. And so let me pull this out and just flip through it a little bit. See if there's anything in here that jumps out. Well, of course, everybody's familiar with Hero. And, this was the Demon Otter, maybe. Gotta love the bats. It's an action scene with Hero. This is a character who I'm still developing, but she definitely is in Hero Book 3. Let's see, my Zorro, my bear. Let's see. Ooh, I like this guy. This guy's kind of scary, but I'm not sure if I ever decided I was going to use him for anything. There's my Fox General. She's awesome. The cat lady. To think about that one. Let's see. Tiger Prince, Lion Princess. This is actually a character that I'm using in Hero Book 3 as well. That's a good one. Let's see. Come on, find something good. Oh, where is that? Oh, yeah, I forgot about him. This is like the Ox Samurai I had designed. Yeah. Maybe something with him. I don't actually have an idea of where he was going to go in the story, but I don't know. He kind of looks cool. We'll stick a pin in that one for the moment. Look at some other characters. My bear character that I was working on. The pie chef character. Yeah. I kind of don't remember what that was, but whatever it was not nice. There's a duck for Evan. It's Brock. Let's see. Oh, look, it's Shiro. Inspired by Dillard. Well, let's see what else we got here. Ooh, this guy is actually a bad guy that we get introduced to in, I think it's book 2. What is his name? Oh, crap, I'm forgetting already. Oh, well. Not important. Another bat. Ooh, I like this guy. I don't remember exactly what this guy was about, but he's kind of cool looking. As my version of Skunk Girl. That's funny. That's a horrible drawing of an eagle. Let's see here. Yeah. Just different designs for Hero. Cat pirate, raccoon, a rat guy. Oh yeah, this is a good one. This was the tiger girl that I showed at the beginning. This is her development. She looks pretty awesome. She looks like she can kick your butt in 5 ways to Sunday, you know? Let's see what else we got here. Winter. Ooh, I remember this guy. I don't remember if I had a story for him or not. Actually, he's kind of imposing looking. I'm not sure if I like him better than the other guy with the horns. I think that was it. Yeah, that was it. That was me filling up a sketchbook with illustrations. But I think this guy looks pretty awesome, but I'm not sure if I had an idea for a story for him. Let me go back. I think for the purpose of what I'm trying to do here, I might use this guy. Yeah, I kind of like him. Yeah, let's play around with this a little bit. I'm just going to move this out of the way, keep it where I can see it, and then start working on it. I don't. It's not the illustration that I'm doing is not necessarily important to any particular story or anything. It's just, but you never know. Sometimes you can do an illustration and it works, and it becomes an inspiration for something else. Hell, that's how Hero actually started. I had an idea in my head for an illustration, and that illustration became the basis for Hero. And you never know. You never know. Actually, this is going to go this way. All right. I think, I'm trying to remember correctly. I think I was looking at reference when I actually was designing this character, because he wears a mask. The idea was that, did it come this way? Yeah, it's like this. He was a, what the heck is it called? He was a, like a samurai guard, but I don't remember if I exactly had a story or anything for him, but we'll see. Maybe it'll come to me. To give it a little bit more oomph later on. I think the thing I liked about him the most was the horns. See, if one of the guys were here, they'd say something. Oh, yeah, he's horny. And I'd have to agree with him. Yes, that's true. Sorry, I'm not talking too much. I'm just drawing here. It's got a big, huge chest, as you would think a bull would have. Oh, I'm gonna have to grab another backboard to add to this. Let's see, how did this design go? He had the knot around his neck. This is very much a part of the samurai design that I was working on. Had to do with the knot around his neck. Big, thick rope knot. Actually, I need to make the mask a little bit thicker than his head. But it's all right. I'll work on it. Yeah, it's like this is like a large open jacket, like almost that he wears. I know it's probably not a jacket, but and it has these open sleeves like this. Okay. This is all decorative and so forth. Oh, Kodiak's here. Let me bring him in. What's up, man?
Hey. I realize that. Can you hear me?
Hey.
Hey.
Yeah, I can hear it.
I realize I do this every summer. I just realized what's going on. Forget it's Monday and then go, okay, well, I have a show tonight, and then look down and go, oh, it's 8:00 now.
I actually attempted to lay down, take a little bit of a nap, and next thing I know, it was like 7:45. I was like, crap, I got to wake up and do a show. But it's all right.
Yeah, I've been staying up all night and I'm trying to fix that circadian rhythm, and it's not working out, so I'm sleeping during the day.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, and so I tried it today, and it ended up falling asleep, messing everything up.
Yeah. So how's it going? Family, everybody safe? Everybody good?
Yeah, everybody's safe. Did you get any message talking about like curfew tonight?
Not tonight, no. Haven't received anything.
Neither. I don't know.
I guess they only need curfews on the weekend. What I was saying before is really funny is we were actually on my way to my parents' house, and we had just showed up for my dad's birthday, and then all of a sudden we all got this notification. And it's like, they're like, we're going to arrest you if you're out after 8:00. And we're like, oh crap.
Yeah.
It was not fun. But I don't know if anything happened last night or not. I haven't actually been watching the news, so I don't know if they arrested a whole bunch of people or what all happened. But
I'm trying to avoid the news. The only way to avoid hypnosis is to not stare at the little spinning wheel. I'm starting to think that movie They Live is real. Oh. I need my sunglasses.
Oh, you did get my text about the RoboCop movie, right?
Yeah, and I thought I was gonna pick it up at Amazon. I still haven't been able to. Isn't that something, man? It's not something you realize until you realize it. You don't realize while it's happening that it's almost a loss of the original movie. The movie we grew up has now not existed in pop culture as much. Most people probably think of the director's cut, which is it's good the first watch to see, but this is one of those instances where a director's cut is not superior to the theatrical release. You know, the pace. Okay, and we're always talking about when we're writing, we're talking about, pacing a story. Well, them forcing him to make cuts made that original theatrical release, the pacing on it is just perfect. And when he cut out some of them blood scenes, he cut out some of the scenes that used puppet, that you could see that it was puppet work. So there's also it looks more real. So I've been looking for the original theatrical release, and the only one I can get is a DVD that was released in 07. None of the Blu-ray have any non-director's cut.
Really?
So, yeah.
You know what's sad is I used to have a copy of the DVD, but I don't know if it was a non-director's cut or not.
Yeah.
I didn't pay attention to it that much.
There's ways to. It's one of those things. It's kind of probably becoming a collector's thing. Basically, if it's 143. Wait, no, not 143 minutes. 104 minutes, or 1 hour 43 minutes. Then that's the director's cut. If it's 1 hour 42 minutes, it's the regular cut. And believe it or not, that 1 minute of extra stuff can totally change the pace of that movie.
Really?
Yeah.
It's been a long time since I've watched it, so take your word for it.
Yeah, you know the scene where Ed 209 kills the guy, right?
Yep.
Okay, the very big iconic scene. Well, that scene gets in, gets out, and you're just like, holy crap, that was brutal. In the director's cut, it's got 10 seconds more. Now think about that. That's a long time for a scene.
Right.
And he's just sitting there, and you can see the squib work. You can see it's over the top the way the director meant it. When he cut it, he cut some of that blood out, some of that squib work, and it's quick, to the point, and brutal. Like, holy crap. With that extra 10 seconds, it totally messes up the timing. Yeah, so that's what I'm looking for. And you can't get it on torrent. You can't if you buy it online, you know how YouTube and Amazon, they have, when they tell you it's the R-rated version, it's not. It's the uncut version or the NC-17 version.
There's the NC-17 version of the original RoboCop.
Well, a RoboCop originally had a NC-17 rating. It was actually X. It was X. It was going to be released in X, and some theaters didn't even put out X movies. So that's why he went back and made the cuts. So it still was brutal. It still was a brutal R-rated, and made it. And lots of people have said this. It makes it more brutal, the cuts he made, because he purposely meant for it to be over the top and stupid. When he cut those scenes out, it looked like when Murphy gets killed, there's this whole couple of seconds where you see the puppet. It kind of like goes around him, and you see the puppet where Murphy is getting killed. When they cut that out, it looked and felt more brutal. It looked real too, So
it's been a while. It's been a while since I've seen the movie. So
yeah,
but yeah,
it's a classic.
It is. Actually, I remember the whole reason why I bought it was so I could share it with Ayla, because she's got this thing about movies, and the more disturbed, sometimes the better.
Yeah.
It's like she watched for the first time ever Pulp Fiction, but she watched it on TBS. And I was like, honey, no, that's not how you watch Pulp Fiction. You can't watch it edited for television,
Yeah.
And then we watched Reservoir Dogs. We went through a whole stage of doing Quentin Tarantino movies. So so I exposed her to that. I'm pretty sure she was still just a kid. I exposed her to Quentin Tarantino kind of early.
Yeah.
I'm a bad parent. I know.
Hey, that's what started the RoboCop thing. Is I wanted them to see it right for the first time. I didn't want them to see the director's cut. The director's cut is for somebody who's been watching this movie for 30 years and wanted, to know a little more of the history,
Right.
But, just that theatrical release, the one that everybody calls classic, it's kind of like it's the exact same thing as the George Lucas cut. It's the exact same thing. Once you released it to theaters, that becomes, part of our culture. That becomes the thing we were talking about. If you make changes past that, once we label it a classic, that's not the classic we're talking about.
Right. See, I don't mind the Star Wars, because I think a lot of the additions that he added to the special edition version of the movies were good. There were some that were bad, but I enjoyed most of it. I'm always the one that always got me is that one scene where Han Solo is running around the Death Star, and he runs into the one room, and there was, in the original cut, there was like 2 or 3 stormtroopers, and they start blasting, comes running back out. In the re-release, the special edition, when he runs into the room, it's like a barracks of stormtroopers that are there.
Yeah.
And I'm like, okay, that to me is better. I like that. I thought that was funny.
Okay.
But that's the one scene that I always remember as being, I like that. That was good.
Yeah, but a lot was uncalled for, like, changing the puppet work or in the cantina or
well, that's kind of like with Hero Book 1. My goal is to fix all the things I don't like about it before I release it again.
Yeah.
There's gonna be things that are changed, and as the person that wrote it and drew it and so forth, I have the right to do that. But yeah, I don't want to mass release it and then start making changes, because then you upset the fans.
Yeah, so
nobody wants to upset the fans.
So say the Eastman and the, is it Laird or Laird? How do you
Laird.
say it? Laird. Say they were to all of a sudden re-release, their classic first issue with an orange bandana on Michelangelo's head and a purple on Donatello, etc. It's like
fairly certain they've done that, to be honest with you.
Oh, really? See, it's the same type of thing. It's the same type of thing. And for us who's fans, that's fine. But I want access to the original so that I can show my kids and I can say, this is what we had and this is why it was iconic.
Right.
My inability to show my kids RoboCop for the first time the way it came out to me and the way that everybody remembers it as a classic is what bugs me.
Gotcha.
George Lucas, they want Star Wars for what is that American Vault? The American Vault.
I know what you're talking about, the media thing where they said we want the original. He said no, you're not going to have it.
Right. And it's like, well, but that's already been seen. That's part of our, once you release it, there's a certain amount of I don't know. They say it's his, but the memory of seeing it is ours. We bought it. We bought that version of it. And
that's the thing. In my mind, he's still the creator. And if he wants to make the change, or he doesn't want to make the change, or he doesn't want to re-release, like he doesn't want to ever release the Christmas special, even though it's out there in some form or another. He does not want it released. It's kind of an embarrassment to him. And to be honest with you, it kind of is.
Yeah.
But as the creator, that's his right,
Right.
But I'm not going to knock him for that. I do remember seeing it as a kid, and the idea of a Wookiee homeworld to me was fantastic.
Yeah, the Wookiee homeworld in Kotar, Kashyyyk, that's one of my favorite places still in the video game. The idea that the trees are so large that it creates this dark underworld. So cool. Love that.
Yep.
Do they go? They go to Kashyyyk in the Christmas special?
Yeah, the whole one of the main storylines of the special was that they were trying to get Chewbacca back to his wife in time for Life Day, which was like, their idea of Christmas, I guess, because it was supposed to be a Christmas special. That was the whole idea of it, without having Christmas.
Chewbacca has a wife.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yep. I think he had a kid too.
All right. So, what is your responsibility? Say you release X, and X becomes an iconic, and you're like, well, that wasn't the way I wanted it, but now 50 million people have seen it and remember it that way, and that's what they're calling a classic. And then you screw with it. It's kind of like, okay, Da Vinci's art is his art. If he come back right now and changed all this, you know what I mean? It's just like, when is...
If he painted over all the faces and drew Hello Kitty on it, right?
Yeah.
Well, see, if the studio refused to release it and did it, I could understand being upset, but this isn't the studio holding us back. This is the creator. This is the guy who made it. This is the guy whose name is associated with it for all time,
Yeah, I feel you, because, if,
Yeah. Well, see, part of me understands it. Part of me wants it to be released, but part of me understands. This is the creator, and this is his wishes, and we're all just going to have to live with it until he dies. And somebody says, hey, we can make some money if we release this.
And then there's the other end, it's usually your people who get their stories taken from them, like Alan Moore, and just for an example. And
you can't throw out Alan Moore.
I'm just throwing him out as an example. Those type of artists that are like, why did you mess with it? They hate the thing that you messed with. You know what I mean? They want the original to stay the original.
He got paid and he was happy to do it.
I know. I'm not mean. So like Sam Keith. Sam Keith didn't like the Max cartoon on MTV. All right. Yeah. So he wants his original to stand. He doesn't want to be changed or messed with.
Okay.
So and nothing you can do to change it for different media can change his mind. I don't know that he feels this way. I'm just giving him an example. I'm just saying there's the other end of the extreme where somebody doesn't want their work messed with. Watchmen, I enjoyed that movie. I know a lot of people's like blah 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 blah. I enjoyed it because it was a spectacle to watch. It was entertaining for the time that I watched it. But people were like, it's not the book. Can't change that. Can't mess that. Can't film that. It's like, what else? It is what it is.
Well, let me ask you a question. The difference between the Watchmen movie and the Watchmen comic, the graphic novel, the books. The biggest change was, in the movie, they made it a whole bunch of explosions, and in the book, it was an alien invasion. Mm-hmm. That is literally the only thing I can think of that's different, And I really don't think it's that important. I mean, the way they worked it out still made sense, Yeah.
I didn't know it was an alien invasion.
Oh yeah, it's like there's like multiple pages of this giant squid-like creature. And
I do seem to remember that.
You remember that? Yeah. Instead, they made these huge explosions, and there was like a crater left in the middle of the city and so forth. Yeah. But there's did you ever watch any of the Watchmen TV series?
No, I didn't even know there was one.
Yeah, that's the HBO show that was on. They did one season, and as far as I know, they haven't renewed it. But one of the things that happens, my wife, the first episode was available for free, so we sat and watched it. Mm-hmm. And at one point, there's like an alarm going off, and people are pulling over to the side of the road, and they're just waiting in their cars, as all of a sudden it's like a hailstorm that happens. But it's not hail, it's little baby squids that are falling out of the sky.
That's interesting.
And in the first episode, they don't explain what it is, but supposedly it's like leftover residue from the alien invasion that was done, which separates the TV show completely from the movie, and it's more closer related to the book or the comic than it is to the actual movie. which it's like, why would you do that? Because most people that are familiar with this property, the normies, are familiar with the movie, and the giant squid thing never happened in the movie. So it's like it's just dumb.
It's also this kind of, I don't know why that made me think of it. It is kind of, oh great, this timer's gonna go off until I get up and turn it off. Give me a second. I forgot I had food in the oven.
You have food in the oven?
Yeah.
All right, well, I'm going to get ready to show some comics. So,
all right, cool.
All right, I'm going to switch the camera back around again. Oh, all right. I'll see if I can grab some that Kodiak would like. Let's see what we got down here. This looks like a good stack. We can start with this one. Oh. All right. When he comes back, we'll get started. And as always, I'll share some comics that'll be going into the store this weekend. This coming weekend, not this past weekend. Mainly because I can't go back in time. Whew. Damn, getting hit with the yawning bug. How long does it take to get food out of the stove or whatever?
The mighty Zodiac.
All right,
Uncanny Zodiac.
All right, we got to set this up the right way. All right, here we go. We've got issues to share with you. Now, these are all comics that'll be bagged and boarded and go into the store this weekend. So we'll see what happens. But I was hoping there might be something in here you might like. I've got a lot of. I did recently find something I know you'd be interested in. I don't think it's in this stack. Let me see if it's in, because it's one of these specifically for you type of things.
Uh-huh.
Let me see if I can find the stack, and I'll throw it out here. Actually, what's so funny is recently I picked up a bunch of issues, and I had so many number one issues. I'm thinking about doing like a bundle set of just all number ones. Cool. Which might be kind of cool. Somebody that's interested in something like that.
Like old school number ones, or
all different number ones, like limited series number ones, like a whole bunch of them. Damn, where is that issue? Like here, I'll give you an example. This is a stack of number ones that I got. You've got the Ray number one from the Christopher Priest Howard Porter series.
Oh, hell yeah. That's cool looking.
The Fantastic Four number one from the Rebirth, the Heroes Reborn era by, actually, this is before the Heroes Reborn. This is, Jim Lee.
I felt like Jim Lee phoned that in.
Alien Legion number one from Epic Comics, which is pretty cool. Wolverine and the X-Men number one, a brand new ongoing series with art by Chris Picalo. Original Sin number one, and Youngblood number one. It's like just a whole bunch of number ones I thought would be fantastic. Hey, look, Dillard's here. Dillard joins right at the beginning of his favorite all-time part of the show.
Comics.
Okay, what is he saying? He says, "Oh boy, my favorite part." Yeah. Why is Kodiak ghosting me? I think Kodiak is
that never happened. Kodiak, what did he say?
He said he thinks you're anti-CG now.
Oh, yeah.
All right.
Shut up, troll. I'm not ghosting anyone. Except probably.
Oh, I found it. I found the issue I wanted to share with you. And of course, it's one of those ones if you don't have, I will definitely put aside for you because, I love you, man. I love you. But,
you ain't getting my Bud Light.
Let me do this all over again. Youngblood has got to be the laziest title logo I have ever seen.
Not Youngblood. All the other ones were.
Uh,
Youngblood. That's yeah.
All right. So here we go. Here's a stack of comics that I'll be bringing to the store this weekend.
That's at least a saying, Youngblood. Well, whereas Bloodstrike and some of the others were not, you know.
Killing me.
I'm not killing you.
You're killing my flow here. All right. Actually, you know what? I'm going to hide this one so you don't see it right away. So you'll be shocked.
I think you're literally the only person I know that records videos in the middle of live streaming.
Yeah, I know. All right. So here we go. A whole bunch of new comics that are going to be bagged and boarded in the store this weekend. And let's take a look and see if there's any gems in here. You got from Oni Press issue, what number is this? Number 5, The Mighty Zodiac. This one's kind of really cool. It's very much a furry type friendly type of book. It's got some decent art. I like it. I'd like to see more of it, but it's still pretty cool. But here you go. Here's the one for you. I'm not sure if you have it or not, but
oh yeah, no, I don't have it.
Black Flag number 0.
That's going up on my wall
with a Rob Liefeld cover, inked by Dan Fraga.
Mm-hmm.
I got a picture of him in this book.
Yep,
that's him when he was much younger.
Yep.
This is some ridiculous art. Ridiculous.
I've been on this show about 4 times. You know that?
Oh yeah, that's great though. Look at that cover. That's Stephen Platt though.
Oh man, how can I display a? You know they need to start designing things where you can like open it up and display it. Oh no, it's not a fold around. It's not a wraparound.
Nope. It's 2 separate images, but
oh cool.
Still, yeah. All right, then we've got The Mighty Thor number 342, classic Walter Simonson issue. Beautiful art, and this is one that smells good. Got another issue of The Discipline, issue number 5. Leonardo Fernandez on art, which is that
looks good.
It's a little naughty. There's some naughty bits in here, but still very nice.
I'm sold.
We got the Epics comic from Marvel, Elf Quest number 4. Wendy Penny. Fantastic artist. Absolutely love this. Hey, remember this one?
Oh, crap. How did...
I was going to say, if you don't have it, this is New Mutants number 100. This is the double-sized issue right before they became X-Force.
Okay,
classic Rob Liefeld.
Is that just the store version because of the UPC, or is that a reprint?
No. This is the first print.
Because back in the 90s, you couldn't get that book for less than, that was one of the books usually up on the wall.
Well, I think it was, but nowadays it doesn't have, it was 90. Check out that splash page.
Yeah.
98 was the big one because it was the first appearance of Domino and Deadpool, but 100 still cool. Another issue of The Discipline number 4. Very nice. Oh, wow. Here's another good Uncanny X-Men number 285. We get Whilce Portacio interior art. I was never as big a huge fan of Whilce Portacio as the other guys were, but he drew some amazing stuff.
Yeah.
But very nice. This has got to be one for Avery. Spider-Women Alpha, the variant edition. I'm assuming this is number 1. I actually think I have a couple different versions of this comic.
I really wish he'd jump in right now and says, "Yeah."
Yeah, you guys should see his stack growing bigger and bigger and bigger every day. Oh, check this out. Action Comics number 1000. Do you remember when this came out? And they had like
last year?
15 different and $7.99 cover price. $7.99. This is a square bound book, but you know how much I paid for it. Don't say it, but you know how much I paid for it. So it's a good deal.
$50.
$50 million. Very good. So in case anybody's looking for this, I'll have it. This is Iron Man number 186, I believe. Oh no, this isn't the one with Gene Colan interior. This is let's see. Does it list the artists on here? Well, the cover art is by, it says Luke and Steve. Luke and Steve. I don't know who Luke and Steve are, but I like the cover. Looks good. Love that version of Iron Man with the red and yellow suit. Got another issue of Green Lantern #2, Emerald Dawn #2. This is a 6-issue limited series. I'm putting together a bundle set of. You know what's so funny? You know how the cover has him laying down and you've got a yellow sign that says dead end? What actually happened in the story in the first issue is he just gets the Green Lantern ring and he's flying around and he sees a billboard and he's like, I'm just going to fly right through it. And he smashes into it and he's unconscious. The billboard was yellow. And he didn't know that the ring at that time had the couldn't do yellow. So yes,
that's funny.
It's funny. It's funny, but actually, let me see if they have. Yeah, they don't show it, but it was pretty funny how he ran into the bill. He's flying through the air, but he hits a billboard and he gets knocked unconscious. So, Iron Man #241 in the grip of the Mandarin. Dennis Cowan on pencils, breakdowns, and Bob Layton on inks. That's actually pretty cool. Nice one. Edge of the Venomverse #1. This could go into the #1 pile. We'll have to see. Somebody might be out there looking for it. I got number 45 of Superman. This is right after the Rebirth era. Patrick Gleason on art. Very nice. Now, are you familiar with Patrick Gleason on art?
Who?
Patrick Gleason. Look at that splash page. Isn't that great?
Is the son of Johnny Gleason or Jack Gleason?
No idea who the son of. You know what? It doesn't matter. Got a Warlord issue number 54, with a nice Mike Grell cover. Very nice. Issue 5 of the Man of Steel limited series. This is the Brian Michael Bendis retelling Superman's origin. This one, issue number 5, the entire issue is by Adam Hughes. So that's kind of cool. I think I actually have already showed one of those issues because I may have doubles of it. Here's a Iron Man #266 with John Romita Jr. on the cover. Oh, John Romita did the interior too. Oh, nice. His more very blocky stage in his career. Very good. Oh, here we go. Here's another #1 for the #1 bin. It's X-Force #1. Now take a wild guess on which trading card is in here. I'm sure you're familiar with getting all these.
Oh yeah, that's one of my famous ones. Making gift wrapping paper out of.
All right, Guess which card it is.
If it's Strife, I want it. I don't know what.
Shatterstar.
Shatterstar.
Yeah, it's all right. Still good. Got issue 12 of the Spider-Man Adjective List series. This is the Todd McFarlane one with Wolverine and the Wendigo. That is not a great looking Wolverine. I know it's Todd,
it's very McFarlane, and I love it for him. You know, I was just reading his Amazing Spider-Man run, and you can actually see him get better each issue.
Right.
It was before Spider-Man, so Spider-Man was when he was really highlighting that thing that would become Spawn. But in Amazing Spider-Man, you can see him. He's finally got work that is steady work, and you can see him get better issue to issue.
Yeah. We've got an issue of Radioactive Spider-Gwen #1. This might be another thing to throw into the #1 bin. This is not her first series. This is like the second or third series. But it does have Robbie Rectum Rodriguez on art. So
Robbie Rectum. I like her look, but you know.
Oh, I love the costume design. I love the costume design for this character. He did a good job with that.
I've never hated on the Spider-Verse characters, except for, well, I guess some of them go beyond.
We have issue 48 of Aquaman. This is when they were doing the adult coloring book variant covers, where it's a nice, thick cardstock cover, but it's black and white so that you could color it, which is nice and
thick. Is it thick?
Right. Nice and thick, yeah. Peter Parker, Spectacular Spider-Man #85. What a fantastic cover.
Mm-hmm.
Al Milgrom just blowing it away.
I like that.
Let's see. Al Milgrom and Jim Mooney on interiors. Very nice.
And it hits me right in the nostalgia feels with that Peter Parker, Spectacular Spider-Man.
Yep. And once again.
Oh, yeah.
Smells like good comics.
Yep, I remember that smell well.
We have Wolverine #1. This is when they relaunched the title for like the 15th time. This one actually has Alan Davis on art, which is actually really good. He was on this title, I want to say 4 or 5 issues, but when they restarted it, it had him on it, and that's really cool. We have a Hulk #7. This is the variant edition. Oh, this is the one.
Oh,
this is the one that went back and forth. This story went back and forth. One issue would be
green.
No, it would be Cho, Frank Cho, and then the next one would be Art Adams. Or actually, maybe this jumped back and forth in the story, because you got Art Adams, which is great, and then it jumped. Then it jumped to the other Hulk, and it was Frank Cho. Okay, that's what it was. It wasn't issue by issue. It was half an issue and then half an issue. But this story is actually pretty cool.
Is that before they realized who he was, or is that after?
Oh yeah, they don't know who he is just yet.
Yeah, I want a collection of that. Actually, I've been wanting it.
Actually, I have the hardcover of this collection.
Yeah, I think I was looking at it. Started to buy it when I was at your store.
We've got Batman and Robin, The Boy Wonder. This is a Frank Miller and Jim Lee from All Star.
That is just
comics.
A bad pose on Black Canary.
Well, this is the series where the MF and Batman, where that came from. Oh, Todd's here. Let me bring him in real quick. What's up, man?
Todd, hell.
We're checking out some comics, man.
Oh, did you draw that book? I'm just kidding. You're not Jim Lee.
Jim Lee wishes he was me.
Jim Lee's awesome.
No, I knew that was coming.
Jim Lee is still talented.
We have a oh, this is interesting. This is a rebirth issue of Deathstroke #9. Guess who did the cover? I'm gonna cover the name.
I honestly can't. Let me see. I can't.
You won't guess. You won't guess.
I don't know. I'm gonna say Carrie Nord.
Oh, shut up. Oh, I guess you could see his name down there. Damn it. I hid it. What's so funny is I hid the signature, which is really hard to see, and left the printed whatever. All right.
Wow.
Yeah, I know.
You're welcome.
Issue of Batgirl #2 with Raphael Albuquerque art. Very nice. Greg Land, Uncanny X-Men #2. Actually, I have a bunch of these. I may be able to put together a bundle set of this title, because he was on it for a while.
You can put together a bundle, but can you put together a bondage set?
Oh,
yeah, I don't know about that. Commandy Challenge #6, very cool. Amazing Spider-Man. This is from the Dan Slott era, issue #8. Has great covers by Alex Ross, but I'm not sure about the inside. Well, actually, that kind of looks like Stuart Immonen, but I know it's not. Buffagni, Buffagn. I have no idea. I got issue 5 of Outcast. Putting together a set of these. We got a Mighty Thor 434 with a Ron Friends cover, and Ron Friends interior. That makes it perfect. Yeah, between Ron Friends and Walter Simonson, that's my favorite era of Thor.
Yeah, Ron Friends was pretty good.
Yeah. Justice League America #26. Variant cover with Black Canary. Very nice. Ooh, remember this one, Todd?
Oh, I do, uh-huh.
Saxon Violence. This is George Perez doing a very adult-oriented, mature reader's book.
It was awesome artwork, too.
It was. The coloring is a little heavy. But that was
the time.
It was.
Period.
It was definitely the time.
Yeah, that color style was kind of the same, like, give me liberty, airbrushy. I never really liked that, but you got to experiment with the medium.
Dude, if they would reprint this in black and white, that would be freaking incredible.
Oh man, that should be an Indiegogo campaign.
Yeah, definitely. Wonder Woman #61. This is with a Virgin cover by what's her name? Sarah. No, what is her name? Hold on a second.
Pacelli?
No, I don't think that's her. It's Wonder Woman cover. Come on, cover. Terry Dodson, Rachel Dodson, variant cover. Jenny Frison. Jenny
Oh, yeah.
Frison. Yeah. I've seen some of her originals, and they're very, I don't want to say simple, but they're not, the colorist does add such a huge layer to these covers.
Does she do the color? Does she do the colors herself?
Maybe I don't know.
That might explain the simplicity. A lot of times, people that color their own work will just simplify the line.
Yeah.
That's a Dave Johnson cover, yeah.
Yep. This is Brian Azzarello and Rizzo on art. This is an interesting story. I've read the whole thing. One of the things I think when Brian Azzarello does like crime drama, his dialogue is kind of clunky and hard, but it does that for a purpose, It's weird like something somebody says doesn't make any sense, but that's because it has a double meaning, and you just have to realize that. But this is actually
I love Rizzo.
Oh yeah, Rebirth issue of Detective Comics number 947. This has got a Jason Fabok cover. I liked this relaunch of Detective Comics, the idea that they turned it into a team book, and it was Batman and his team. He had Batwoman, he had Orphan, who was the original Batgirl, he had Spoiler and so forth. But I like the fact that Clayface was also a part of the team.
Wait, who was the original?
Clayface?
Who was the original Batgirl?
She was called Orphan, I think, in this series.
Oracle.
No. I'm talking about the masked one, the Chinese girl, the one who
Cassandra Cain.
Yeah, Cassandra Cain.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, not Batgirl Barbara Gordon. I know her name. Please go away. We got a Flash.
Save me.
Flash 38 from the Rebirth era. Very nice. Here's another number one, Hawkeye. The all-new Hawkeye with Jeff Lemire, who doesn't like us.
Yeah.
And Ramon Perez, who I like Ramon Perez's art. It's the simplicity of it. And
I do too.
It's one of those ones, if you look at it for the first time, you go, oh God, this is not very detailed. It's not comic booky. And then you realize how well it flows and how well it tells the story. And you realize, my God, this guy's a genius,
Yeah.
There's a lot of artists out there that do that.
Open it up again. Flip through it again real quick.
Yeah.
Because this is the second Hawkeye series, right?
Second, third, or fourth. I mean,
it's not the one with Matt Fraction.
No. This is Jeff Lemire. But they all had very much similar art styles. So,
right, like David Aja or Aha.
Exactly.
Aha.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's really good.
Yep. Love it. I got a Rebirth issue of Justice League, issue number 12, with a Paquette cover. Very nice. Oh, do you guys remember when this came out? This is Uncanny X-Men number 1. This is when they relaunched it, and it had like 4 writers.
Oh, yeah. That wasn't that long ago.
No, it wasn't. And this is another one of those $7.99 books. $7.99. And don't say it, Todd, but you guys know where I got this, so which even makes it even better. You know it. All right, and then last but not least, we have issue number 24 of Star Wars. This is it says
if
Molina.
it's Marvel, it's crap.
Jorge Molina on art.
Wait, who wrote it? Is that Jason Aaron?
Jason Aaron, yeah.
Jesus, Jason Aaron is a phenomenal. I mean, like he's a little personally whatever. Like the guy is a phenomenal writer.
I've liked a lot of what he's done. So ever since Scalped, really. So
Hey, what was that Image comic back in the beginning of your 50 comics you were showing? I didn't know.
What?
Go to the beginning. It was like Dominance or something like that.
Oh, I didn't see that. I missed that one.
Oh yeah. The Discipline.
Flip through that. I've never seen that.
Never seen The Discipline. It's Leonardo Fernandez
You
on
gotta
art.
be careful because there's nudity in it.
There's some adult themes in here. Oh,
It's not G-rated like his channel.
Gotcha. That's all right. Yo, now you can flip through that Walter Simonson Thor.
yeah, that too. Don't you love it how he comes late and then demands people do it
Yes,
his
yes,
way?
I like that very much.
Yeah, I don't mind either. It's okay. Tell me how you want it, Daddy.
Look at that.
Isn't that great?
Just like that. Just like that. Yeah.
Slower or faster?
Slower.
This is one of the ones that smells delicious.
And I'm gonna make you. I want to look at that Black Flag, and I want to look at that X-Force issue. But let's look at that Black Flag. Where did you can't believe you found this, dude?
Yeah, this is issue 0.
So, cool.
Hey,
Hail Avery.
Todd, check this out. You got a Rob Liefeld front cover and a Stephen Platt back cover.
Wow.
You know how much it bugs Todd when you say corpse? It bugs me so much when you say Liefeld. I mean, it's in the name. It's spelled Liefeld.
Whatever.
Wait, go look at that X-Force, buddy.
I'm looking for it.
It's right there. It's right there.
Yep. Yeah, this is the last issue of New Mutants. It's New Mutants, not X-Force. Before they started X-Force, and what's even funnier is I actually have X-Force #1 in the stack as well. So
I used to have. I actually miss having all of these. I want you to put that aside for me. I miss having all of the Liefeld books.
Yeah.
Me too.
I really do, and it's so funny because like how much we ragged on it, but like how sad. I don't know whether it's a happy thing or a sad thing. But
Todd's just throwing shade now.
No, I look back at that stuff. I look back at that stuff, and I'm like,
He's like,
remember this,
so much, dude? It's classic. I love it so much.
Do you remember this page?
Yeah,
oh man,
Rob stuff. Just I have to say, his stuff is like wine. It's like when it comes out, if you drink it, it tastes like shit. But 20 years, 30 years down the road, it's just genius.
I don't know if I'd go genius, but
it's really good.
Yeah, okay.
Bloodshot, Bloodstrike, Blood Rain, Young Blood. Dillard is.
Yeah.
He's going.
Yeah.
He's going through all of it.
I wish I had those New Mutants. I let those go, and first appearance of Deadpool. I let those go when they weren't worth anything.
Yeah, hold on just a second. I'll be right back. Hold on.
And for years after that, like you found that issue in the 50-cent bin.
Yeah.
All those books were 50-cent books for years, for more than a decade.
And now they're starting to go up in value, aren't they?
Yeah, especially that Deadpool.
Yeah, well, yeah. That I had like a couple of those, and I mean, it ended up getting stolen, but
yeah,
whatever.
Well, I sold them back when I bought that base. I sold them at the time we were at the flea market. That's what was in there. My Silver Surfer stuff around Infinity Gauntlet and the Rob Liefeld New Mutants. That's what was in that stuff.
Oh, wow.
And the base eventually, got stolen. Somebody broke in our trailer because we live in that trailer park on 118th Street. Go figure, we got Rob living on 118th Street.
Yeah. I never thought that would happen.
Yeah, exactly. But, so I ended up with nothing for it. Nothing. Because, that was during that time, man. If I wanted something that cost, $100 or $150, like a cheap base, like I had to sacrifice something to get that.
Yeah.
That took effort.
That really sucks.
Yeah, I was never able to, I never bought another guitar ever after that.
Your whole life was changed at that point because of that, too.
Yeah. I like bass. I wish I, could afford it to buy another one and learn to play.
A good bass player's, yeah, definitely. That's an underrated instrument, big time.
Well, guys, I have something really cool to share with you, and I'm glad you're all here to do that.
You're transitioning,
but
I really doubt it,
Andrew.
This is going to demonstrate to you how much my son loves me.
Oh, okay? No.
He was out and about today, and he found something, and he's like calling me up real quick, says, "Hey, Dad, guess what I found?" I'm like, "Oh, that's awesome, son."
Did he bring you home like a dead animal? Because that is truly a sign of endearment.
No, he didn't. It wasn't a dead animal. It was something that you guys would. It was something not only for me, but for my audience and for you guys. And to preface this, to explain exactly what it is that's going on, I need a plate.
Oh, God damn it. Hey, Kodiak.
It's one of those jizz eggs.
Hey, Kodiak. What do you use to draw on your iPad?
Procreate.
Okay.
He got
it's once you get used to it, it's very easy.
He got me 2 Breakout Beast Series 4 eggs. Is my kid not fantastic? Is he not fantastic? But
he's been waiting like a kid at Christmas for us all to be here so he could torture us all at once.
It's absolutely true.
I can't wait.
I've been ashamed to know Andrew many times in my life.
Really?
Over the course of our friendship, but I've never been ashamed to know Michael until now.
And he actually called me up and said, "Dad, guess what I found?" And I'm like, "Awesome, kid." But yeah, this is Breakout Beasts.
Are they packaged in jizz or snot this time?
I think it's snot. Let me see who this one
It
is.
looks like a bloody tampon rag.
That's about it.
Ooh, this is Balefire. Very cool. Very cool. Balefire. He looks like a fire-breathing griffin. Very cool. Let's put him together. I'm so glad you guys are here for this. You know, because I sit around all day thinking about what I'm going to do during my live streams, and sometimes I could probably just sit and talk to myself.
Andrew, I would rather hang out with Preston Poulter right now.
Oh, God.
And when he says
mean.
and when he says hang out, he means hang out.
I don't.
Kodiak would be holding the camera.
Even Avery didn't approve of that burn. He's like, no, Kodiak, no.
Man, we were having a nice time, and all of a sudden, holy shit! I'm gonna back out, just pretend I was never here tonight.
I watched a little bit of something with Ethan where he was or sniping or whatever it is when you're watching somebody stream sniping, right? And I do not understand why people are giving this guy a platform. He's an idiot.
It's all the antis. They've picked him as their leader. Is what this is? They were behind him. He got smashed, and now it's damage control time.
Okay. Because I can't believe any interview with him.
Boy, did he get smashed!
Oh. I don't care about that. It's the fact that you did that, but then you call female comic skaters thoughts and say, Martina making porn with her like erotic art dance stuff, like burlesque. It's like, dude, you straight up made hardcore porn and sold it. Like, this wasn't like a leaked home video that somebody stole off your cloud or something. This was something created for the purpose of consumption by the public, for people interested in that subject matter to buy and enjoy.
See, I'm so glad that this segment of my show, when I redo it and put it out there, I speed it up and put music to it and all, so you guys can pretty much get away with anything you're saying during this segment.
So
I don't mind.
People can't watch you play with a dirty tampon in slow motion.
Well, yeah, that is horrific.
God. I'm like making myself gag here.
I forgot how cool these things
are.
Oh,
God damn it.
Yeah, he forgot how cool it is.
Look at the this one. The color of the color.
Oh, dude,
this one is very evocative. It's definitely evocative. So how the hell are you guys doing today?
I was doing okay, I guess.
I was gonna go eat.
Trying to get work done.
Yeah, what were you cooking, Kodiak?
I was gonna eat lasagna, but now I'm not.
Yeah.
The second raffle winner at my store just happened to come in on Sunday, which was actually pretty cool. So I need to make a video about that. And this is
what is that?
Oh, and guess who else I saw again? I haven't seen in a while. Ahmed's back. Came back, which was great.
Cool.
I hadn't seen him forever. Yeah. All right. And you know what he bought a whole bunch of? Peeps. He bought a whole bunch of Peeps based on my recommendation. All right.
Okay.
Look at this. Look at this.
I'm sorry, Ahmed.
This slime is very good in the fact that it keeps it all. I mean, it looks really horrible, but it all stays together. Which is, you see how my hand's clean now? Well, it's not clean, but you know what I mean. Very cool. Very cool. All right, let's put this guy together real quick. Let's see if I could do this without the instructions. You have to be patient with me. So what's new and happening with you, Todd? Anything good?
Oh man, just same old. We are getting ready to go back and pack up. So we're here for this week. So I've just been working this whole week. And we're busting ass this week, and then next week I'm going back to the city, and then we're gonna pack up. And
the riots have died down, right?
No, well, I mean, you mean as long as? I don't know. I mean, they're probably gonna continue to go on, so they're probably not gonna be getting any lighter, And I'll tell you this: like more and more people that I talk to are moving. So
really,
yeah, we called a bunch of. I've called a few, and not just in New York. Like I've called a few people in Atlanta. I've called people in New York, and like with the exception of one group of friends of ours, everybody else was like, "Yeah, we're moving too," or "We're really thinking about moving." Like they're,
oh wow,
yeah, dude, like it's bad, and it drives me nuts because these stupid, these we should talk about it offline, but. It just drives me nuts because all these people, these kids are just going to go home to wherever the fuck they live.
Yeah.
And I mean, my friends like the all this stuff is happening all over the city. Yeah. So, I don't want to get too much into it on your stream, bro, because I know it's not what it's about, but it's just sad to see because it's a beautiful city and there's a lot of good people there and everybody's hurting already. And, so we're just going to go and we're going to take care of stuff and do our thing.
Well, bottom line is you got to take care of yourself. You got to take care of your wife and your kids, and that's it. That's the only thing that's important. Period.
That's right.
So,
yeah, I don't think it's going to be long. If things don't change, New York's going to end up like it was in the 70s.
Oh no, I think it's already. I think it's already there, buddy.
For right now, yeah.
What was it?
I mean, as a permanent state.
Yeah.
Of being,
I think it's going to take, and I told a couple people this, and I don't think this is anything crazy. Like, I think it's going to take another generation of kids. I think it's going to take another generation of kids graduate high school, graduate college, or go to grad school, or whatever it is they're going to be doing, and go to the city and not remember or not be scared of all the crap that's been going on the last little bit. You know what I mean? Like, because then they're the ones that are. That's like how we were when I went there. Like that's. You're just like, fuck it, I'm going to do my thing. It's a city. I'm going to do whatever I can do. You know what I mean? And they're the ones that are actually going to rebuild because they're not going to have the fear and they're not going to remember all this stuff,
And the ID and the hypnotist ideology.
Right.
All right.
I don't even know. I just made up a whole word there in a phrase. I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah, it was weird. That was a weird one, man.
All right, take a look at this, guys.
Yeah, we had a curve.
Look at how awesome this guy looks.
What happened to Avery?
Oh, I don't know. We lost him. Check this out. Does this not look awesome? Instead of having the wings connect to his back, they actually connect to his arms. So it gives him a larger wingspan. And he doesn't have arms. I mean, like walking arms. So he's back. Let me bring him back in. But this just looks fantastic.
That does look pretty cool.
It is cool. See, what's really sad is that I don't have any of these in the store currently because since we figured out how to identify them, we only have one of each, so we don't have duplicates. So we don't have extras in the store. We just have our collection. And heaven forbid should I try to sell this because he looks cool. All right. Thank you guys so much for sticking around and watching me put this guy together. He's awesome. Love it.
Is he cool, Andrew? Is he cool?
He's cool.
I stole since Avery can't talk right now. I stole his line.
Oh, it's terrible.
All right, let me see if I can switch my camera back.
Like, I like toys too. It's just they're not that kind of stuff, man. It's
Not when you can tell the man playing with it is having a fetish while playing with it.
You know what's so
I
sad?
just like the higher end stuff that I can't afford.
Yeah.
You know what's so sad is it doesn't make me any different than Preston Poulter. You know, I'm videotaping it in order to share it with people later, and just it's a weird fetish.
I can't. Oh, dear, stop now. Stop now. Oh.
Setting myself up. I know.
Oh.
Oh. So how's it going in your part of town, Avery?
I don't know. We had curfews here in Jackson last night.
Yeah, I know. I was
Wasn't
Do we? Have,
it 8 p.m.?
yes.
yeah.
Wow, crazy.
We just thought it was funny that we got the text or the message went out at like a few minutes after 7. And we had just arrived at my parents' house because we were celebrating my dad's birthday. And it's like, well, crap, now we got to hurry up and get out of here.
Mm-hmm.
So, you know, nobody wants to be arrested.
Yeah.
But I didn't hear anything on the news whether anything happened in the city last night.
I think I heard, I don't know if it's true, but a cop got stabbed in the neck.
Oh,
Yeah.
yeah.
That happened.
That was the night before, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I don't
that
think
happened.
it was last
Yeah.
night. Yeah. And supposedly he's fine.
So-
He's already out of the hospital and he's fine. So, good.
I've been hearing rumors that they're threatening to go to the suburbs and start rioting.
Yeah.
And I'm like, great. And I'm missing a part from my Kalashnikov.
Yeah.
Did you guys Tim Pool did it. It was a story about an NBA writer, a famous writer
Oh yeah, that was hilarious.
in Los Angeles. If you guys haven't heard this story, it's
Oh
great.
yeah.
2 nights ago or 3 nights ago, they were in the process of burning down a low-income housing building project. Like, this thing was under construction for low-income housing, and they burnt it down. And they showed pictures of these buildings on fire. And he's tweeting out, burn it down, like supporting. And then 2 nights later, he's like, wait a minute. These guys are at the our sister location. They're right at my gate. These animals at my gates. It's like he's like, you need to go back to downtown, back to where the poor people live, and do it there, not here where the rich people live. Like,
Yeah.
oh my God, you are in for a rude awakening, buddy.
Yeah, I saw
Yeah.
some articles later, like today, that like the National Guard has already, like, unfortunately started opening fire. They're returning fire now, like with live ammo, and that's what's going to these people. You know, I don't want to, like I said, I don't know how deep you want to get on your stream, but
Yeah. I don't want to.
I think these are a bunch of children, and I think they're about to learn what it really means to. This is how you grow. Time to grow up. You know, you want to rebel and you want to fight against the United States. Let's do it. Like,
Yeah.
all right, that's why we pay the military.
I told Todd we need the comedian from Watchmen to come out here and put down some of these riots.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, it's okay. It's the
They had-
Antifa
I saw-
people that are setting off the riots.
Yeah.
Look, I saw another. I haven't read the article yet. I have it pulled up actually. Like where they had a was it like a bar owner? Where is it? Let me
Oh
put it-
yeah, he
I
shot
haven't-
somebody.
Yeah, the bar owner killed a rioter, and the prosecutors aren't going to charge him because it's self-defense. I'm like, yep, that's what's about to happen. Like, the cops aren't there to save you. You're there to save you. So
Have y'all heard that some kids got caught in one of those targets and burned?
No.
No,
I don't know if I can trust the news source because it looks like one of those clickbaity things.
wouldn't surprise me though, dude.
nope.
Yeah. Oh, I'm sleeping with the Glock fully loaded and the 12 gauge fully loaded.
I've got my dog, so I'm not worried.
Isn't your dog like the size of your hand?
It's a hamster. It's not even a dog. It's like a gerbil.
He's 25 pounds of pure muscle and teeth. So
I'll just throw a baby at
That
him.
can be defeated with one swift kick.
I'll just throw a small child or a baby at him because like the last thing these people want is
Like a small child would be more effective.
It would. Well, they'll just run away. They don't want anything to do with the kid.
They are kids.
Yeah.
Well, my dog is more of an early warning system. He would
Yeah.
tell me if somebody came into the house. Or
I will tell you just from talking to friends in New York, like the damage is more widespread than they're reporting.
Oh, of course.
Sure.
Like,
It's
I was
sure.
talking to a friend of mine in Chelsea, and they were like, and I was like, oh well, it's only Union Square and Flatbush and like one or two other places, right? And he was like, no, dude. He was like, they went out walking this morning to surveil the damage, and I was like, what do you mean you went walking? Like that's a long walk. He was like, what are you talking about? He's like, no, they like. He said they had peaceful protests during the day, but at night, like they came out and they just started like they destroyed all of the stores like in his entire neighborhood. Like there was a like. Like these really nice stores, obviously because it's New York City, and they destroyed them all, like the whole street. And it's like, well, I mean, they're just turning into it's a wasteland covered in graffiti and broken glass. I'm like, okay, cool. Like, you guys, like Avery, you was saying, like, oh well, taxi driver. I'm like, no, for real. Like they just did it. Like you lose the jobs. Everybody that can leave leaves, and then you burn the city to the ground. I'm like, okay, well, if that's what you want, like. I don't understand why anybody would want this. Like, you're going to be like, you're not doing anything.
That's why
The crazy thing is that these kids are not even, they don't live there. You know what I mean? They're all like
Yes.
college
and a lot of them are bust in because
And they're rich kids.
They're rich
Yeah.
kids. That's right.
They're rich
mostly,
kids.
They're mostly college educated, upper middle class. And so what's going to happen is they come in, they're just going to burn the city down, and then they're just going to go back to wherever their parents' house is.
Yeah.
And the people that are like going to be affected are the people that actually live in the city. You know what I mean? It's really upsetting to me.
Yeah.
There's no consequences for these kids, and that's honestly why they,
And isn't it
I hope
strange?
I don't
we
want
aren't
anybody.
really divided about. We all are under the same apparent opinion of how horrible this was.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
It's like not really something we are arguing about, and this is crazy.
Yeah.
Yep. It's a sad thing.
Exactly.
It's a sad thing. I think I'm still positive. I'm still optimistic. I hope the best works out. I mean, the truth of the matter is like, even if it continues to go down this path, like, most normal people look at that and they're not going to support it,
Well,
And
Except the comic industry.
I think this.
Yeah,
would be the first-
exactly.
If I would,
The comic industry is supporting it.
Yeah.
Well,
And-
they're probably taking part. I know they're taking part in it. I know some of those guys. They're out there breaking windows too. Absolutely.
Well, there's what I thought was pretty funny is they kept showing instances of people who were saying, when you started to blame it on like Black Lives Matter and all, and they're like, no, it was a bunch of white racists, everybody that came in and started smashing stuff up, and then half a second later they're promoting charities who are taking money to help bail these people out of jail. It's like, wait a minute. You're bailing the people out of jail who you say are the white supremacists that started this whole thing?
I got a text from a friend of mine. I got a text from a friend of mine, and she's doing a fundraiser to start bailing people out. And I'm like, you're out of your mind.
Yeah.
I'm not. I mean, I'm not gonna say that obviously, but I'm just like, wow, like okay, like these aren't peaceful protests. Like, have you not noticed?
Yeah.
And I'm totally down for like. Federal charges on all these people. Like, let them eat cake. Show them what's up. These are the same kids that when like 10 years ago were getting participation trophies. You know what I'm saying?
Well,
Like, all right, let's see what happens when the field is.
Instead of participation ribbons, they should get handcuffs.
Yeah.
And instead of participation trophies, they get a butt buddy in jail.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, that was a little too real there, wasn't it?
Yeah.
No, it's what some of them need, man.
Yep.
It's-
Oh,
They're
I get
just
some of
doing,
the stuff
at the
I've
end of the
seen.
day. At the end of the day, it's just amazing to me. Like, you're not gathering anybody to your cause. Do you know what I mean? Like, there's nobody that's going to. Most normal people on all sides of the political spectrum, whether we agree that this person is good or agree that this person is bad, like
No, you're legitly taking the focus off of George Floyd, and his brother even was on the thing crying, saying, "You're not bringing my brother back. This is madness."
well, no one seems to remember that George Floyd's wife is white.
Yeah.
We'll just go ahead for like the whole slavery thing and white people suck, but like his wife is white, and I heard the only interview I saw with her. The only interview I saw with her, she was like, this guy is. He said, no, you don't understand. He's a very religious person. He's a follower of God and follower of Jesus, and he would want to forgive this cop. He would want forgiveness for this person.
No.
And she was like, please stop. He was a peaceful person. And if you believe that, I mean, that's also, I will say, just because we all know the media, like that's also why you haven't seen a picture of his wife. Like what happens when there's a victim in this situation, you always see the family member surrounded by attorneys giving speeches about stuff. You don't see that this time, do you? Nope.
I can't articulate it well, but I've been thinking, doesn't it look like a giant lynch mob? Exactly what they're supposed to be. They want to go out and hang the horse thief. That's what it looks like.
Yeah.
It's just craziness.
Insanity.
Oh, this is funny. I did just a quick Google search for George Floyd's wife, and you know what it brought up? The cop who killed him's wife.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, docs the family of the white guy.
Yeah. Well, none of this is their fault, man. Don't get them hurt.
The top like 4 image searches is the cop and his wife. That's crazy. That is Google and the media shifting the focus and trying to get you upset.
Yep.
That's why Trump is going after the social media. I
don't know how well he's going to be able to do it, but I think it's great. I mean, if you're able to hit him at their pocketbook, the only thing they care about is their money, and if you remove those protections that they have and they are subject to lawsuits and so forth, go for it. I think that's probably the only way, because he's not going to tell them, hey, listen, you got to change your ways. You got to be nice to everybody. You got to be fair to everybody. No, that's not going to happen. But you remove those protections that keeps them from being sued. Let it happen. I say go for it. Because that's what he's threatening to do, or that's what he's planning on doing. I don't know if he's going to actually go through it or not, but it's one of those things that's on the table. So, oh well.
Sorry, yes, it was a girlfriend, not a wife. Girlfriend.
Oh, okay. Well, then let me type girlfriend and see if that makes a difference. Girlfriend. Is girlfriend one word? Oh, okay, there we go. You put in wife and it brings up something. Okay. Oops. See, we were fake news there for a second.
Because he said wife instead of girlfriend?
Yep. It brings up something totally different. Oh, well. Oh, all right. I think we're going to wrap up the show. We deviated, but, we had some important conversations here, especially about goo and toys that make people happy and comics that make people sad because they don't make comics like that anymore. And you know what I mean?
And that's why I come here.
To be sad and to be happy all at the same time?
No, for the goo, for the goo.
The goo dripping through my finger?
I think Todd could make his own comic that would make people happy, because I think Todd would make a really good comic.
Thank you, buddy. I swear to God, I'm working on it.
It's going to be awesome when it happens.
It's happening. It's happening. It really is.
I still have yet to see your art. You know that, right?
What do you ever, dude? You've seen me draw. What are you talking about?
I've seen you draw, but that was some small sketches. Yeah, I've never seen like your art, like a display or whatever.
Oh, okay.
We'll have to pull it out next time.
No, well, that's crazy old way.
I did that, Kodiak. I showed you some old pages of his I was inking.
I think so. Yeah. But that was
Old
like 2000, right?
Yeah, that was 20 years ago.
When he was just a baby.
I know, guys.
Baby.
I know.
He'd just been hatched out of the egg, and he's just covered in goo, and he was out there drawing with the pencil.
Gross.
Yeah. All right, everybody. Appreciate you coming by. Love y'all. Be good, and everybody stay home and stay safe. Good night, everybody.
Good night.
Night.
You know what? When the tech came out, God dang it, in broadcast.